Say, bruh, I'm gonna keep it real. What's going on with your boy right now, dog? Real niggas done got they masters back in his bitch. All my albums, bro. You heard me? All my albums, dog. Real nigga done been out of trouble for a long motherfucking time. Ain't got no trouble with the law. Done been staying out the street life. Been staying out the streets, you feel me? So, this music thing on and popping right now for a nigga, man. You dig? Cause listen, a nigga got his motherfucking master back, got his albums back, dog. All 13 of them motherfuckers. A nigga been staying out the street, been staying out the trouble and shit, you dig? Y'all motherfuckers should be proud that a nigga done changed his life and done got his shit together, bro, and can motherfucking literally sit up here and put these albums out. Now listen, dog. I don't know what a motherfucker would buy these albums for or what these motherfuckers would want these albums for, but I'll tell you one thing. These motherfuckers right here, they special to me, dog. Since day one. With my group, the Money Boys, 10 years old, as a 10-year-old in Cincinnati, Ohio, dog. Bizzy Money, C Money, Checks, and my brother J Money that ain't in the picture. But listen, dog. A whole lot of nights and a whole lot of motherfucking years and a whole lot of ages. You dig? In the studio making them motherfucking bangers like that, dog. For any reason, dog. Just cause I'm that nigga, dog. Just grew up doing this shit since a nigga was 10 years old in Cincinnati, Ohio, dog. A nigga done been 15 in the game. 20 in the game. 13 in the game. 18 in the game, dog. With my same brother, G-Main the Red, Tizo, Rocky Diamonds, All-Star Will, Young Yo, the Yellow Bees, the NBA Young Boy. You feel me? All them niggas, you feel me? That motherfucker come with me. You heard me? But listen, man. This shit motherfucking, a real nigga got his motherfucking master back, dog. A nigga got all his music, dog. I mean, I don't know how nigga feel about the fact that a nigga be putting them old albums out, dog, and be pressing them old albums up and trying to sell these old records, dog. And listen, I don't really sell records like that in hard copies no more, but listen, dog. I got all these motherfuckers. I got copies, nigga. A motherfucker can buy anything I ever made, nigga. All my albums, nigga. From the Money Boys Coming to Town, That's My Word, Part 1. My new album, Unknown. Chopper City, that classic. I'm about to tell y'all about Chopper City, because Chopper City was really. That Chopper City, dog. Hey, a nigga used to go out there in those streets and sell them CDs $5, $10 a piece, nigga, at school, at the gas station, around town and all type of shit, dog, when a nigga was a kid. But now a nigga grown, so I'm like, you feel me? I still keep my copies on my album now. I still listen to my shit and I still make new shit, but I'm 33 years old, dog. I don't know what a motherfucker really want to listen to that shit for or why somebody would buy that shit unless they just trying to give me 10, 20 bucks, put some money in my pocket. Like, all my albums on all streaming services too, you dig? And a motherfucker could listen to them and buy them and support a nigga anywhere, nigga. But, like, dog, it really for me now, dog. I'm 33 years old. It really for me. Like, it really come to the light when I got all my motherfucking master back, dog, and cause I done been out of the street life and I ain't been in no trouble. See, a lot of motherfuckers don't really understand how much trouble I done been in the streets and with the police and in Cincinnati over this rap shit and my lyrics and living what I'm speaking, dog. So a nigga really got his life together and doing the right motherfucking thing, nigga, and not breaking the law, not breaking the rules, not getting in trouble, and all my goons either dead or in jail or they done changed their life too, dog. So a nigga got all his masters back now and can go listen to that Being Me from a nigga was 15 years old when they shut down Cincinnati Mills, nigga. Cause them blood niggas, we was doing all that gang shit and shut that mall down, dog. like a nigga got all his master back now, dog. It took a nigga, like, a lot of motherfuckers used to always ask me, like, when I went back to my hood in Seven Hills and 2010, and I was working with all my young niggas in my hood. A lot of motherfuckers was asking me for my old albums and for my old song, but I really couldn't pass that shit out like that at the time because I was in a lot of trouble with the law, dog. But listen, this here, Top Shotter. The original Top Shotter, when I put it out, man, everybody wanted that being me. That's my word, part one. Chopper City, the truth, word to the streets, born hustler, you dig? But I couldn't really put it out like that. But now everybody is really living their own life and they ain't really around no more. But I done been clean from drugs and liquor for 3 years now, dog. And I done been out the street life since 2015. You dig? And I ain't been in trouble with none of the laws and none of that shit, dog. So a nigga really got his albums back, dog, and got his master back, dog. If y'all nigga listen to my brother Rocky Diamond, I know y'all heard my nigga back when I was going through that thing in 2017 when a nigga was drunk. Show that 27. When a nigga was drunk in 2017, going through all that shit with my brothers and shit like that. Y'all know y'all heard Rocky Diamond, or if y'all listen to Rocky Diamond say, I lost my master, how I get him. But, dog, listen, I really got my master back, dog, for a nigga ain't been in trouble with the law, a nigga ain't been breaking the rules, a nigga been doing the right thing, staying out of trouble. I ain't even really been in the club or nothing, dog. Like, the most I got was I got sent to the mental hospital last year. And they took my gun from me, but like I ain't really been in no trouble with the law like I used to be in a long time, dog. So a nigga rocking like a rapper for real now. And I'm really on the grind, you feel me? I'm really on the line, dog. Like a nigga ain't got no children. A nigga been single since 2015, I've been single. Everything changed for me in 2017, dog. Like, I really got my life together, bro. Cause you dig, but you feel me? Like, a real nigga doing this thing, dog. Like, but one thing that I really wanted to get into is this here, cause you dig, they still doing shit in the game, cause, like, dog, they done put this movie out about Billie Holiday, dog, called United States versus Billie Holiday in 2021, dog. And I've been studying that shit lately, dad, about Billie Holiday, you dig. And funny thing is that they every time I drop an album since I was in the group, the Money Boys, I always been watching this movie called Lady Sings the Blues. And it had Diana Ross in front of Supremes. So I always been recording music with this movie, Lady Sings the Blues, playing in the background, dog. And I just always like, this is a Diana Ross movie, dog. Cause I'm a little kid, I'm only 10 years old. I'm growing up from 10 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old. And just like always this movie playing in the background. But they always play Lady Sings the Blues about Billie Holiday, the Little Richard story, the Ray Charles movie, and the Temptations movie on TV as a marathon while I was recording on my albums through the years. So I'm always watching this Lady Sings the Blues movie because it got a Diana Ross in it. So recently, I motherfucking watched that movie again. Because I've been having a hard time making new music. Because I got all my masters and shit. I've been having a hard time making music. Because I guess I just been listening to everything I done. Because my life really changed. You know. And I'm looking her up. I'm like, oh, this movie about some lady named Billie Holiday, though, right? I'm like, that's funny. My name Bizzy Money, cause you know I'm a rapper, so I compare everything I do to everything I hear. So Billie Holiday, Bizzy Money, I'm always like, what comparison can I make? I look up Billie Holiday on the motherfucking YouTube, and next thing I know, I found out she put out this new movie in 2021. I'm like, I I I ain't had no cable in my crib, so I'm like, I ain't see no commercial for this shit on TV or nothing. So I looked the movie up. I'm like, she was famous for a song that wasn't in the movie called Strange Fruit. I'm thinking back to 2021. I'm like, that's funny because I got this song I made on this B&Me album. Hold on. On this B&Me album in 2007 called Something Strange. While I was watching the movie Lady Sings the Blues while I made this album, the whole time this movie Lady Sings the Blues is playing in the background. So I'm like, I remember I kept posting that same song, Something Strange, on Facebook like all the time because the police kept coming to my crib and knocking on the door and saying like I was outside doing some shit, or neighbors was saying all this shit and asking me if I seen some suspicious person or something. And I was getting drunk like a motherfucker at the time too, but I was posting on Facebook about gang shit and bad shit, so I'm like, oh, I'm maybe because I'm drunk as fuck, so I'm like, I just naturally be on the phone like Goonies and all type of shit when I'm drunk, and I got trauma shit a day. So I'm always posting this song, Something Strange, Something Strange. So just only 2 or 3 weeks ago, I found out about this movie, this song, Strange Fruit. I'm like, that shit crazy. I got that song, Something Strange. And I'm like, that's crazy because I was posting that song like a motherfucker in 2021, but at the same time, I dropped this album called The Baby Voice Show. One of my purple album covers called The Baby Voice Show, which my signature thing that I always been known for is having this purple album cover ever since 2006 when I had got cool with Cameron from Dipset. And I made a motherfucking album that was supposed to be like showing love to Cameron from motherfucking Dipset, cause he hit me up and put me together with my brothers that I still do music with, G-Main, Direct, Rocky Diamonds, All-Star Will, Tizo, and them from all them different states. So I make this purple album called That's My Word Part 1, like ode to Cameron in 2006. So this was one of my biggest albums in the streets when I was only 13 years old. My motherfucking fourth solo album, That's My Word Part 1, but I always been known for having that purple album cover. But the thing is, when that album cover was purple, dog, I ain't really know that I was making that album cover purple. Cause what I did was I was like, oh, I'm only 13 years old, so I'm talking to Cameron every motherfucking day when I'm 13 years old. And I'm trying to be a rapper in the streets, and I'm going out and I'm selling my CDs at school and shit, and I'm just making my own albums on my own equipment in my crib. So I'm like, oh, Cameron hit me up, like, so I'm like, dang, I'm like, I'm about to make all these songs rapping like Cameron. So I was sounding like Cameron on all the songs. And I go out and I make me probably like $2,000 by selling a CD for $10 a piece at school and in the streets and shit. So I'm walking around 13 with a pocket full of money, like my pants sagging like a motherfucker from that money. My mama like, where you getting all that money from? I'm like, I'm selling my CD $10 a piece. And I'm like, shit, nigga, my pants down there falling down. I'm walking around school just dropping money on the floor, and girl just, like, I'm like, I had money, like, and everybody knows, like, you fucking with Cameron, you fucking with Dipset, and the whole city in Cincinnati just turns up like a motherfucker. So I'm like, I ain't really realized, because I made so much music back then, and like, I made so much music back then and made so many mixtapes and so many albums back then. I ain't really know that that was my fourth solo album after the group. But now that I got my master back, I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, that was my fourth solo album, was Purple, and it was called That's My Word. And Cameron's fourth solo album was Purple Haze. I'm like, that's crazy. I must have been really calculating when I was 13 about that shit. Cause you know, I'm just now being sober from being on drugs and being an alcoholic for probably 15 years. Like a really, 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 really bad alcoholic and a really, 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 really bad like Snoop Dogg type drink or smoke, weed smoke or something. I'm like, damn, I ain't know that would have been my fourth solo album, would have been That's My Word Part 1 with my purple album cover. Like how Cameron's fourth solo album was Purple Haze. So that had me thinking strange. So I've been watching this Billie Holiday about strange fruit, and I'm like laughing like, haha, strange fruit. That purple album cover is funny. But the movie about Billie Holiday came out in 2021 when I dropped the Baby Voice Show, my second purple album cover, which that was the second movie about Billie Holiday. And this album, that the Baby Voice Show with this purple album cover, came out literally 2 weeks before that movie came out, but I ain't know. So I'm like, that's strange. I could make a song about strange fruit and compare it to having all these purple album covers, because I'm like, Cameron dropped Purple Haze 2 in 2019, and I knew, but I was so fucked up and drunk that I ain't make that album cover purple because of that motherfucking Purple Haze 2. I just always been in my mind, like, people always wear purple outside when I be outside and I'm really doing my rap thing in the hood where I come from. It's like if I go out there when I did like Top Shotter and I was selling like that album everywhere and I was like doing crazy numbers in the hood with mixtapes and Top Shot of my album, I'm like, everybody come outside wearing purple all the time, because in 2006 when I was fucking with Cameron and Dipset, I made That's My Word Part 1 and I made that purple album cover. So I just made the album cover purple for the Baby Voice Show. And just only like a month ago, I'm finding out all this about Billie Holiday, and I'm like, damn, her, like, the motherfucker had me looking up Cadillac Records because they had Beyonce in it. Because, you know, I fuck with my little nigga G-Man from Texas down in Texas, and he fuck with Beyonce heavy. So I'm like, damn, that movie had Beyonce in it, so I watched Cadillac Records. Come to find out, Etta James, who that movie, that Cadillac Records was about, got an album that she made all cover songs of Billie Holiday songs. And I'm like, that's funny, because my brother from Texas named G-Man, he always quoting my old lyrics in his songs. I'm like, dang, so I start looking up all these facts about Billie Holiday and everything matching up. I'm like, so I'm really on some scared shit right now, because I'm only 33 years old, but Billie Holiday died when she was 44 years old. So that got a nigga paranoid. Plus, the fact that she had 12 solo albums and I got 12 solo albums, and now it's becoming hard for me to make new music. Etta James had 29 solo albums, and as y'all know or don't know, my brother G-Man from Texas got a music video and an album every motherfucking other day, dog. So I'm like, this shit really adding up like a motherfucker, but it seems like it's making me the one that gonna die first. So I'm like, shit. You feel me? That shit fucked up. And come to find out, she ain't had no kids either. And then come to find out on top of that, she died from cirrhosis of the liver from being an alcoholic. And I'm like, damn, it's too late now because I done been drinking and had an alcoholic problem for like 15 years. And I got this like stomach virus, but I had this stomach virus my whole life since I was a kid. So this ain't just start from drinking. But I'm hoping I don't die first or die young. I hope I live longer than to be 44 years old because that shit is creepy, dog. But another thing is I go and I listen to all Billie Holiday albums, and I'm like, she kind of sound like me because y'all know when I make my sound, I kind of make my voice sound like kind of high and creepy because I like when I sound like that. So it just crazy right now, but a nigga got all his master back, dog. And just been through all types of shit in this music game. But I'm just keeping my head up because Diana Ross played Billie Holiday in that movie. So I'm like, if I can get back to working how I used to work, like how the rest of my brothers work, then I could try to drop 29 albums like Diana Ross did. And maybe I'll live long like Diana Ross did instead of dying young like Billie Holiday did. But Billie Holiday one of the greatest jazz singers of all time, and I believe that because y'all know I love my voice being high because the baby voice show. Dun dun dun. 2021. You dig? But I don't really know why nobody would buy these albums that I got, man, but I mean, if y'all see me on some shit and y'all just want to hear me talk shit or some shit, like, just holler at me, buy my album for $10. Or go on one of these streaming services and go listen to them because I get paid for people streaming my full albums because, you know, like, I only get 1 penny for it. Motherfuckers streaming my album, so you know I got like 20 million streams on every full album, so you know that's like selling like 14,000 copies or some shit, dog. So if y'all go listen to them albums on them streaming services, you know I'm gonna get a penny if y'all listen to the full album. So you feel me? I'm up to 20 million full album streams, dog, and I'm a diamond artist right now. So, yeah, but with that being said, you heard me, I'm trying to get back into the music game with my brother, cause, you feel me, they don't stop making their music and doing anything. I ain't trying to stop making music, stop doing my thing, you know, cause I done had a lot of years and a lot of times in the music game where I done made albums on albums and songs on songs. I done been connected with artists on artists. I even have my own R&B artist and my own rap artist. And dropped a motherfucking collaborative album with my own artist, R&B singer, on some Max B and Jim Jones and M.O.B. type shit. You dig? In 2009. You dig? But some of the dates online for this one, it say I dropped this in 2010, I think, because this is like a mix, because we had 3 albums, and then I mixed them together and made it one big album and put it out in 2010. And then Top Shotter Reloaded. There's the original Top Shot I was selling in the streets in Uptown, Cincinnati. And then Top Shot Reloaded, it say 2012 because I motherfucking mixed a bunch of songs that I made and from the original Top Shot and from a couple other street albums I made and put them all together and made it one album called Top Shot Reloaded, but all them songs was from them motherfucking same little year. Cause like, man, I'm telling you, I come to the side of town where I'm from, 7 Hills Uptown, or Fairfield, Ohio, or Cincinnati, Ohio. I come through, you feel me? Ever since day one when I was so the truth in 2005, you feel me? And Word to the Streets in 2005, you feel me? That classic Chopper City in 2005, you feel me? I come through and I sell my motherfucking album and I make a name for myself on the streets from being from that group called the Money Boys. And your dad, I make a whole lot of mixtapes and get my own artists and everything through the years, dog. But this Chopper City right here, 2005, when I was 13 years old like Bow Wow, and I come through repping Dipset before I met Cameron. Well, I had already knew Cameron, but before Cameron came and scooped me up like, I'm in this rap game, Chopper City, that motherfucker classic. I want to tell y'all this right here. The way I made this album was so cold when I was 13 years old, dog. You see how I record my music now? You see how I record my music now? It's real simple now. You dig? I just got me a little box, some headphones, got me some programs. Had to get 2 computers because I'm a rock star, so I took a baseball bat and I bust open that laptop, so I had to go get me a new screen. But you dig? And I got my microphone. And I got a couple microphones, but listen, dog. The way I made this old Chopper City, this classic, when I was 13 years old, in 2005, like Bow Wow, I had me the computer. I had me a regular computer, one of them old school computers from motherfucking 1998, dog. And let me tell y'all, I had these 2 motherfucking, I had a boom box right here on top. I had a karaoke machine with a microphone. And I always keep this because this is how I recorded this motherfucking Chopper City. So I had the beat playing through this motherfucking stereo. And I was on this motherfucking karaoke machine with the microphone in a big ass room at my parents' crib. When I was 15 years old, every day I go to school and I flunked out of school from writing raps in class all day, going home and recording all night and then pay attention to nothing in class. And I had the computer right here with a microphone coming out the computer. And I was rapping on this karaoke machine and had the beat playing in there. And I record myself on the computer. And then I would take it from the computer, put it on the CD, put it back in this motherfucking stereo, play it, get on the motherfucking karaoke machine, and put multiple vocals on every song. And that's how I made some songs on Word to the Streets. But this old classic Chopper City right here got 15 songs on it like Bow Wow, dog. And that's how I made it. So that's why that album even sound like B Jizzle. I was quoting B Jizzle. It's called Chopper City like B Jizzle. And I sound like B Jizzle because of the way I recorded them songs. And all I was listening to was BG Chopper City and BG Heart of the Streets, Volume 1. And that shit motherfucking crazy because that's my favorite album that I ever made. I was 13 like Lil Bow Wow, from Ohio like Lil Bow Wow. I had braids like Lil Bow Wow. I was the same height as Lil Bow Wow. At the time, Lil Bow Wow was motherfucking probably 18 or something. But that's what everybody say when I put them songs out. I used to run around town and hand my songs out, my Chopper City album and my Word to the Streets and the Truth and the Money Boy Coming to Town and all that. And I used to perform at all them skating rinks, all them house parties. They used to always be like, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Bow Wow. And I had mad girlfriends like that too. And they was on me like that. So I'm like, you dead. I go to all these little hip-hop stores in Cincinnati like the Hooker, Cincy Styles and all them stores people usually shop at when they used to be fans of my music. Them stores closed down now, but you would go in there and see a big ass poster of Lil Bow Wow, Beware the Dog, a big ass poster of Lil Romeo, the Lil Romeo album, and then you see a big ass scroll at the bottom of the motherfucking, the bottom of the wall, and the big ass Chopper City, and that motherfucker was like a big ass rectangle poster. Chopper City. I mean, I went hard for the music when I started, dog. I mean, ever since then, I done dropped all these albums, dog, and I done recorded these songs and these albums at different locations, different studios, on different equipment, through different phases in my life, dog. Even this new album right here, this Unknown album, I mean, I done recorded, this song got 18 songs on it, and I recorded these songs at 3 different locations. So that's a classic. That's my newest album right there, Unknown. But you feel me? I done been through it all. I done done it all. It ain't shit in the game I ain't done. It ain't shit in the game I ain't do. I literally invented this shit from the ground up on my own with no help. The most help I got was the Money Boy showed me how I first started recording. And my little brother, Classy Chris, DJ Classy Chris, if y'all motherfucker niggas remember that top shotter from 2009. The original top shotter, DJ Classy Chris, come on, bro. He did show me how to make beats. And ever since then, I've been producing my own music, but doing it my own way, on my own equipment, funding myself, putting money behind myself, going out there selling my albums myself. And yeah, I mean, I performed at a lot of female parties, dog. And a lot of skating rinks where mostly females was going crazy in the crowd. But I ain't never been paid for none of them shows I ever did. I just did it out of love because I was so young, dog. And like, I ain't really realized at the time I was famous, so I ain't never really got paid for them shows. I usually get paid from people buying my CDs and now streaming my albums online. But every dollar I ever put into this shit was put into this shit by me and myself and I. Even when I put my own artists in the game, I put money into these niggas. You dig? Jewelry, clothes, women. You dig? Music. In my studio, on my equipment, in my studio, at my crib, at my mama and daddy crib. You dig? I'm giving them, my ex-girlfriends, I'm giving them money. I'm paying these niggas. I found this nigga on the back of the bus singing and put him on a song with me because nobody knew who he was, but I was coming off this Being Me album right here, which the whole Cincinnati knew them songs. Every song on here, this album Being Me was like Thriller, dog. Michael Jackson, dog. Thriller. Whole Cincinnati knew every song on this motherfucking album. There, I don't think it's 2 songs on this motherfucking album that the whole Cincinnati ain't know back then, dog. Like, we was blood gang the fuck out Cincinnati and shut that Cincinnati mall mill down and everything. And then I came with him on some motherfucking Jim Jones and Max B shit, man. Everybody know, nigga, we performed at a lot of girl parties, too. You feel me? Every dollar I ever put into this shit, I put into this shit on my own, dog. As a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old, still to this day, with all my motherfucking albums, I probably got a 20 million copies right here in my motherfucking crib, dog. An autographed picture from the Bengals. But listen, I probably got like 20 million copies right here. All put myself, you dig? So when y'all see me getting in trouble with the law and shit like that back in the day, and you dig, and it been hard for me to fund myself in this shit, dog, and barely even fucking graduating high school and shit, from always being focused on this here. You dig? Don't chastise me, don't judge me, you dig? I ain't on no liquor and no drugs no more. But listen, dog, when I was on the liquor and the drugs, watching ladies sing the blues and singing the blues, you dig? They wasn't right, motherfuckers chastising me, dog, and talking all that shit about me, dog. But you dig, the blessing in the end is I got all my masters back, dog, and I could be a rock star, and I could flaunt my shit, and everything's in the past, you dig? Just like Cameron said, you know, Statue of Liberty's up on them drugs, dog. I could say what I want, you dig? But, you heard me? Statue of Liberty, Statue of Limitation, that's what I mean. But listen, dog, it's up for them drugs, so I could say what I want to say now. You dig? So I could listen to my old music, even though my lyrics is real motherfucking gory and real intense, you dig? That's what they love about Bizzy Money, that old Bizzy Money. But now, I mean, I'm jacking boys. You dig? Unknown. That real goon shit. Rest in peace to all them real goons that died and did prison time through all these albums being made and all this shit going on. So what we used to say, we unknown. You dead back in the day, you dead running around Cincinnati on that banging shit with them. I can't even say the name of all them gangs, you dig, just cause the police shut the city down like that. But nigga, them goons want to run around and say we unknown because them goons, they goon, you dig. Everybody knew, we ain't seen nothing, nigga. That's them goons, that's the goons. That's R.I.P. to doo-wop, them Dewey goons, you dig. So we unknown. So that's why I dropped the Unknown album in 2020 with my brothers G-Mane Direct, Rocky Diamonds, All-Star Will, Tizo, Yellow Beezy, Young Yoda, NBA Young Boy, because you dig, back in them being me days, dog, with them goons. You dig, a lot of shit was going on back then. That's when me and my brothers, we were like rock stars, man, living that star life. Being Me 2007, December 26, 2007, Being Me. And yeah, my brother said I stole his rhymes because I was quoting a lot of that All-Star Will on that motherfucking album, dog, and quoting a lot of my brothers. But I was showing love every time I was quoting niggas because, you dig, I wasn't doing nothing but showing love to niggas, my nigga. I wasn't hating on niggas. I wasn't thinking I was better than niggas. It just, I was living fast and I was quoting niggas because they was hot and they were my brothers and we were 15. And I'm like, damn, I'm down there rocking with Lil Flip, Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy. You dig? And y'all got me, you feel me? I'm from Ohio. I'm like Bow Wow, but I'm like at the same time, y'all fucking with like BG and Cameron and some shit and Lil Kim and something. You dig? So I'm like, you feel me? I'm showing mad love. I'm quoting niggas. But this sound right here, before this Being Me, Born Hustler, a lot of Lil Boosie quotes, dog. And at the same time, my nigga Bow Wow was fucking with T.I. and was writing songs with T.I. when I was writing with Lil Boosie. So, you dig, I was quoting a lot of Lil Boosie, but that was just cause I thought he was the hottest nigga in the game. And he wasn't really that famous at the time. So I'm like, and I probably had some swag, like, you dig, take this Boosie quote Boosie, hella, get a CD to my girlfriend, like I made the motherfucking song on my own, but I'm like 14, dog. Like, so all that chastising me niggas was doing in 2017, you dig? This a classic record, this a real good album, but a lot of these responses, cause I've been sober for 3 years, dog. But you dig, just keeping it real, I know they did the same thing with Jay-Z and Cameron and any rapper from the East Coast that quotes a lot of rappers. And I know my whole label or team is from the South and my family from the South, but I'm from Cincinnati and that's down there up north. But it did. And I know they always say that about Jay-Z and Cameron and all these niggas quoting all these rappers and shit, but dog, when I quoted rappers, I was 13, 14, and I was a little kid, and I was having so many problems at school and in the streets, and then I was having a hard enough time getting good grades in school and graduating and being a famous local rapper at the time. and nationwide rapper at the time. So you dig? I quoted niggas because I like they lyrics and I like they songs, and I thought they was the hottest niggas and they was fly and they was rocking how I was rocking. You see this shirt right here? I always keep this shirt because when I was quoting all that Lil Boosie, on Born Hustler, that's because I turned on the motherfucking TV on YouTube and Lil Boosie had this same shirt on, but it was blue. So that's why I started fucking with Boosie hella, dog. But I ain't know it would turn into something like NBA Youngboy got famous and became a nationwide rapper on some famous shit. And the niggas that was with me that know him be on a song with him, and I turn the TV on and they damn near dissing me like I stole they rhymes because I was motherfucking showing them love on my album in 2017 when we was only 15 years old, my nigga. That shit hurt me, dog, because at the time I was drinking heavy and I was going through shit in the streets with the police like I usually was. And I had real bad migraines at the time and I was drinking really bad, dog. And I turned on the TV to calm my mind and my soul. And then these niggas sitting up here dissing me like, why you steal my lyrics back then? And I'm drunk as fuck, so I ain't know what to do, but that shit hurt my feelings, man. And I'm just being real. Because I feel like you ain't had to do that. And I feel like you ain't had to do that to me. But now I'm like, okay, I see that might have been some love. But at the time, I'm like, damn. I'm going through all this shit with all these police and all this shit, and I don't even do this shit no more that I used to be doing, but like they try to get it up out me, and then I turn the TV on and you dissing me like from back then. I'm like damn, bro, I ain't even had no girlfriend. I've been single the whole time and everything. And I'm like, dawg, you ain't have to go in on me like that while I'm going through this. You could have talked about that to me behind closed doors. Like, I never really knew you knew I stole your lyrics, dog. I really ain't, and I ain't still all the dude lyrics. I just quoted my nigga like I quoted Boosie and I quoted Jay-Z and I quoted Cameron and I quoted all the niggas I quoted that I was fucking with. Like when I was fucking with the Dipset in 2006 when I made That's My Word Part 1. This sound right here. I was quoting mass Dipset niggas. So when I started fucking with them niggas, I started quoting mass lyrics from them niggas. But you dig, I was only 14, 15, and 13 years old, dog. I'm like, shit. I'm just thinking I'm fly and I'm quoting the niggas I think is the flyest niggas, bro. And you try to call me a robber and a jack boy and try to say, like, all this shit about me that I'm some nigga that don't write his own raps. Like I eat off of you and can't write rhymes myself, so that's why I made my Unknown album, just to show niggas I can rhyme. And I still quoted y'all niggas and I still quoted niggas, but like that shit wasn't right, dog. I was going through so much at the time. Like every one of my brothers, G-Main, Rocky Diamond, Tizo, All-Star Will, they ain't had to do that, dog. But I was more mad at All-Star Will cause you ain't had to say that to me. You ain't had to say it because I quoted him the most. Because I'm like, I was a real big BG and Chopper City fan since I was fucking 13 years old. So I'm like, I down there look at BG like he Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, you like Lil Wayne, like you look like Lil Wayne, you rap like Lil Wayne, you from down there in Louisiana. So I quoted him the most when I was 15 and I was doing my shit. And I'm like, I could have said you wasn't out here in the street for real, but I ain't really want to say that because I really don't know how them niggas were living because we all from different cities and states, but I ain't want to go there because we was rappers. But y'all know it ain't that many famous people from Ohio or Cincinnati alone, let alone rappers and gangster rappers. Only ones is really Bow Wow and Cat Williams and Adrian Brown. And then me and then all these local niggas. But I mean, like, I ain't want to say you wasn't in the streets because you was rapping. But you did. I'm like, they ain't had to do me like that at that time. You feel me? Because at the time, like, the government was taking money from me. Like, the government, I was getting arrested and slammed on the cop cars every damn night and all this shit. And I'm like, I'm drunk as fuck at the time and drinking like a motherfucker. And I'm like, I turn on the TV and NBA YoungBoy famous, and yeah, he come from that group and that circle as a young nigga, but I'm like, this nigga that I looked up to, like he was my older brother. So I'm like, you ain't have to get on TV on World Star and diss me personally like that, especially when I was going through this. And I was posting online that I was really drunk and I was feeling suicidal and I was motherfucking, like, had a really bad migraine problem for like 4 years straight, dog. And you ain't have to do that, dog. So I made my Unknown album because I've been sober and out of trouble for 3 whole years. And you did, the police ain't came around since United States versus Billie Holiday in 2021 when I made the Baby Voice show. So I made my Unknown album and responded to y'all niggas, but showed them niggas love and responded to them niggas at the same time. And really made my Jack Boy song about how to rob nigga for they lyrics. Because a nigga done came up, dog. I ain't that same little nigga no more. I done learned the game now, cause you know one thing I feel about being on the record label I was on and being from Cincinnati, Ohio, ain't nobody give me the game or show me the game. So even when I left the social media in 2010 and I disappeared and everybody was like, where'd he go? And then I came back and they were like, now he back, is you gonna stay around? I'm like, listen, ain't nobody ever showed me the game or told me the game or how to rap or what to do as a rapper. Like, people gave me advice a lot of time, but a lot of time the advice was to not even make music or rap at all. And I'm like, well, I ain't quitting. And plus, I'm making money. Like, I started making money. I done met G-Mane and T-Zone, All-Star Win, Rocky, and all them. I'm like, I ain't stopping now. I'm growing in this game. I'm like, I ain't stopping now. And I'm only 15 and I'm also rebellious. So I'm like, I ain't stopping now. But I'm like, bruh, ain't nobody tell me, like, most that I ever heard was you was supposed to live your lyrics. So that's what I did. I lived my lyrics. And the older I got, the more trouble I got into, and the more I seen people not living their lyrics become more famous, I stopped living my lyrics. But I'm on a label with people that are from the major cities, like Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta, California, New York City, and ain't nobody telling me really the game. They just featuring me on mad songs. And at the time, I ain't realize, I'm just thinking I'm a celebrity because I'm from Ohio like Bow Wow from Ohio. When I'm 15 like Bow Wow was 15. I started when I was 13 like Bow Wow started when he was 13. And Cameron put me on this little group label. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, everybody want me on their song because I'm the hottest, I'm the flyest, I'm the most gangster, I'm the realest, I'm a real thug, I live my lyrics. But I'm like, I ain't thinking like that was because I was gonna die first or cause like I wasn't supposed to be doing that for real. Like, and niggas ain't never give me no advice. It just every other day, motherfucker was just featuring me on songs and trying to put me on everybody's song all the time. I mean, that's why I sounded like Wayne a lot, because I was working like Wayne. And then now you see that when you look at NBA YoungBoy and my little bro G-Mane and all that, and you see, nigga, like, I was working like Lil Wayne back then. I'm like, nigga, you send me 100 songs tonight, tomorrow you gonna get 100 features back, dog. Plus, I'm gonna be in the streets getting in trouble with the law. Plus, I'm gonna be going to school. Plus, I'm gonna have 18 girlfriends. And I'm gonna have $10,000 in my pocket and I'm only 15. You dig? But I'm like, I ain't sitting up here like, ain't nobody tell me that ain't what I was supposed to be doing. It's just like everybody like, you like Tupac, you like Tupac, you like Tupac, you like Lil Wayne. Like, niggas saying you 100 songs tonight. Tomorrow they gonna get 100 songs back. And plus, you done fucking hot the barbed wire fence and cut your leg open, ran from the police, swam through a creek, and was laying in the grass with the snakes with them goons, and got $10,000. Plus, you went on 3 dates with 3 different girls in one night, dog. And I'm like, listen, you only 15 years old, you don't know. Plus, you rebellious. You think that's how you supposed to be living, dog. But I really do this to tell all my young niggas like Young Yoda and all my Cincinnati motherfuckers, like, don't let these motherfuckers confuse you like you in Hollywood or some shit, dog. Because we from Ohio, we from Cincinnati, ain't that many famous people. And it's people like me that came before me, like Zarnock and Lockdown Records. And people that came before me. And people still to this day coming after me. Before Ohio and Cincinnati get on, like how them major cities like Texas and Louisiana and Atlanta and all them, and New York and all them get on, that we made these mistakes first. But the difference between me and Billie Holiday is that there were people that knew I was making these mistakes, but they just watched me make these mistakes. And it added to my artistic abilities and my art, but at the same time, it traumatizing, dog. It changed my life, dog. I tell people all the time, had I not have been rapping and not have been a street nigga and a gangster when I was a kid, I might have grew up and been living in a big ass mansion, been married and had kids by now, and probably worked at some really fancy job with a real nice office and making a whole lot of money. I mean, if I would have never had been doing that, but you did. My daddy always told me, boy, watch what you're doing. And my daddy always told me, everybody ain't your friend. And my daddy always told me, like, you did pay attention what's going on around you. And all those things my daddy always told me. But you know, being 15 and 14 and 13 in the rap game and in the street life, even though I grew up with a father, dog, you ain't gonna always listen to your dad, man. You ain't always gonna listen to your parents. So I broke the rules, I broke the laws, and I had to learn the hard way, dog. But all I ever was looking for was somebody to motherfucking tell me that was rapping too, that was a rapper, to give me that advice, and I never could get that. All I could get was, we need you featured on 100 songs tonight, dog. So with that being said, dog, I just want to tell all my young niggas and all my people out there, dog, like, just like my dad told me, dog, pay attention what's going on around you. Don't be no dummy. Don't think everybody your motherfucking friend. Don't think everybody's your motherfucking enemy. But live for yourself and live your own life and make yourself happy and do what you gotta do to be who you want to be and get where you want to go in the end, and know where you going when you start, and pay attention to what you doing and what's going on around you, and try to make the least mistakes as you could possibly make in life. You dig? Follow the rules and be a good person, dig? Because you could be an actor in a movie and play a bunch of bank robbery roles, but you don't have to be an actual bank robber to be a bank robber in a movie role. No matter what they tell you, what's that. Everybody probably know that. But this rap game, I mean, rap is only like 44 years old, dog. Rap ain't no old thing like jazz or the blues or R&B. You dig? Rap's really still young. So you dig? I might just be one of them artists that came out in the earliest days from a city nobody really was famous from, and made a few mistakes and cleaned it up and got it together to be a motherfucking classic in the end. But like, y'all just keep me in y'all prayers and hope I don't die young, just cause I chose to be who I am and chose to keep doing this music, you dig? Cause it's just, at the end of the day, it's just music, you feel me? It ain't no motherfucking dope dealing. Even though I done made money from music like I was dope dealing, and I done looked like a dope dealer while I was making music, dog. Rapping ain't no dope dealing. You dig? Rapping ain't no extortion. Even though that type of shit goes on in the game, I like where I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Home of the Cincinnati Reds, home of the Cincinnati Bengals, and everything else. And Skyline and Buddy LaRosa. You dig? And Cat Williams and Lil Bow Wow from Ohio. You dig? But listen, dog. You dig? I forget what the fuck I was gonna say, but y'all have a good day, dog. Man.